Take a look around you. The road beneath your car, the bridge you drive across, the skyscrapers that shape city skylines, the airport terminals, hospitals, schools, and even the house you live in all have one thing in common. They were built using cement. It may look like an ordinary gray powder, but cement is one of the most important materials in modern civilization. Without it, there would be no highways connecting cities, no dams storing water, no tunnels through mountains, and no massive factories producing the products we use every day. Every year, the world consumes billions of tons of cement, making it one of the largest industries on Earth. Behind every bag of cement is a complex business involving giant limestone quarries, massive mining equipment, enormous factories, high-temperature kilns, advanced laboratories, and an endless transportation network. So, how is cement actually made? Why is it so valuable? And how does this simple gray powder become one of the world's biggest businesses? Today, we're going inside the cement business, building the modern world. Every bag of cement starts its journey in a giant limestone quarry. Limestone is the most important raw material used to make cement, and it's found deep beneath the Earth's surface. Before mining begins, geologists carefully study the land to locate high-quality limestone deposits that can supply the factory for decades. Once a suitable site is selected, powerful drilling machines bore deep holes into the rock. These holes are filled with carefully controlled explosives. Within seconds, a controlled blast breaks apart thousands of tons of solid limestone. Now the mining operation begins. Massive hydraulic excavators scoop up the broken rock and load it into gigantic haul trucks, some of which can carry more than 200 tons in a single trip. The trucks transport the limestone to a giant rock crusher, where enormous machines crush huge boulders into smaller pieces before they're sent to the cement plant for processing. This is where the transformation from ordinary rock to one of the world's most valuable construction materials truly begins. After leaving the crusher, the limestone is only one part of the recipe. To make high-quality cement, factories carefully mix the crushed limestone with clay, sand, iron ore, and other minerals in exact proportions. These raw materials are carried on long conveyor belts into giant grinding mills. Inside these mills, enormous steel rollers and heavy grinding balls crush everything into an extremely fine powder known as raw meal. Before the process continues, laboratory technicians test the raw meal to make sure its chemical composition is perfect. Even a small mistake can affect the strength of the final cement. Once approved, the raw meal is stored inside massive silos before moving to the heart of the entire cement plant, the rotary kiln. This gigantic rotating furnace is where ordinary rock begins its transformation into one of the world's most important construction materials. Inside the rotary kiln, temperatures rise to nearly 1,450 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt many metals. As the kiln slowly rotates, the raw meal moves through the intense heat for several hours. During this journey, moisture completely disappears, chemical reactions take place, and the raw materials fuse together. By the time the material reaches the end of the kiln, it is transformed into small, dark gray balls known as clinker. Clinker is the most important intermediate product in cement manufacturing. Fresh clinker is still extremely hot, so it immediately passes into giant cooling machines where powerful fans rapidly lower its temperature. Once cooled, the clinker is stored before moving to the final stage of production. The ordinary gray powder used to build cities is now only one step away. The clinker may look like the finished product, but it still isn't cement. To transform clinker into the fine gray powder used on construction sites around the world, it must go through one final grinding process. First, the cooled clinker is mixed with a small amount of gypsum. Gypsum slows down the hardening process, giving construction workers enough time to pour, shape, and finish concrete before it sets. Depending on the type of cement being produced, manufacturers may also add materials like fly ash, slag, or limestone to improve strength, durability, or reduce production costs. The mixture then enters one of the largest grinding mills in the factory. Inside, powerful steel balls and rollers grind the clinker into an ultra-fine powder. The finished cement is so fine that it feels almost like flour. Before it can leave the factory, every batch is tested to make sure it meets strict international quality standards. Only after passing these tests is the cement ready to be packaged and shipped to customers around the world. Now it's time to deliver the product. Inside the packaging plant, automated machines fill empty paper bags with precisely measured amounts of cement every few seconds. Each bag is sealed, labeled, and inspected before moving on to conveyor belts. Robotic palletizers stack hundreds of bags onto wooden pallets, preparing them for shipment. Some customers buy cement in bags for small construction projects, but large construction companies usually purchase cement in bulk. Specialized cement tanker trucks transport powdered cement directly from the factory to ready-mix concrete plants and major construction sites. From there, the cement is mixed with sand, gravel, and water to produce concrete. This concrete is then poured into roads, bridges, skyscrapers, tunnels, airports, and dams across the world. Within just a few days, the same gray powder that started as limestone becomes part of structures that can stand for decades. Cement is one of the most profitable construction materials in the world, but running a cement business is far from easy. Building a single cement plant can cost hundreds of millions, and in some cases, even billions of dollars. The factory needs giant rotary kilns, grinding mills, crushers, storage silos, conveyor systems, power plants, and advanced pollution control equipment. Then comes the cost of mining limestone, purchasing fuel, maintaining heavy machinery, transporting raw materials, and paying thousands of skilled workers. Energy is one of the industry's biggest expenses. The rotary kiln operates at nearly 1,450 degrees Celsius, consuming enormous amounts of fuel every single day. Transportation is another major challenge because cement is heavy, bulky, and expensive to move over long distances. That's why many cement companies build factories close to limestone quarries and major construction markets. Plus, the companies that control raw materials, produce high-quality cement efficiently, and deliver it quickly are the ones that dominate this billion-dollar industry. As cities continue to grow, the demand for cement continues to rise. Every new highway, airport, bridge, tunnel, factory, apartment building, and power plant depends on this simple material. At the same time, the cement industry is changing. Manufacturers are developing cleaner production methods, improving energy efficiency, using alternative fuels, and reducing carbon emissions to make cement production more sustainable. New technologies, automation, and artificial intelligence are helping factories produce more cement with greater precision and lower operating costs. Despite these innovations, one thing has never changed. Every modern city is built on cement. From the foundations beneath our homes to the tallest skyscrapers reaching into the sky, cement remains one of the most important materials ever created. The next time you drive across a bridge or walk into a concrete building, remember the incredible journey that started with ordinary limestone and became the foundation of the modern world. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos exploring the world's biggest industries and businesses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.